Hi everybody, it's the last day of the world, and I thought, what better way to celebrate than to make an update video so I can tell all you guys what you're gonna miss out on over the next year because none of us will be here. Mostly I just thought it was a funny time to do it. I was just gonna do it at the end of the year, but this is way funnier. So here we go. Next month will mark my 2-year anniversary of creating this channel, of deciding to do LPs in the first place. So let's not put that there, let's put that there. Here. And it's been a bumpy ride. I've had a hard time with it. Let's all be honest here. With getting sick and everything, and losing some motivation because of that and all that stuff, but I've stuck with it, and I'm still going, still making lots of videos, and I'm very happy that I've made it 2 years. So I'm playing Tetris. I should mention that first of all. I actually had some trouble deciding what game to play for this my update video. And I asked my friends and got some really good suggestions, but none of those games, none of them just, they didn't hit the spot. They didn't feel right. They didn't feel like the grand game that I wanted, I guess, or something. I'm not sure. Well, those are kind of weird patterns. I don't know what to do with that, but everything's under control. No, let's stick you over here on the side. And then I was talking to my sister about it and told her I was doing an update video on the 21st because I thought it was funny, and I had no idea what game to play, and she asked me, well, what game would you want to play on the last day of the Earth? And I said, oh, obviously it's Tetris, because Tetris is, in my opinion, the greatest game ever made, greatest video game ever made. It's just perfect. I mean, it spawned a whole new genre of video games. I don't know what you call them, gravity puzzlers, something like that, like Dr. Mario, and I know I played what's that game? Kirby's Avalanche on this channel at one point, and that's another one that followed after Tetris. They just all followed after Tetris because Tetris is just that amazing. That's my opinion anyway. You can all disagree with me, but you're all wrong. No, that's not the right thing to say. What's wrong with you? I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's kind of a mess. That's okay. I only need a few more points, and we'll clear the area. Yeah, so oh, look at that. So 2 years. Oh, look, I got 2 little birdies. Oh, 2 years. This video is probably gonna be really long because I'm gonna ramble a lot. I will get to the update eventually. I did a test game, you can see there. Let's do height number 2, please. Thanks. 2 years, and I don't know if I will make it to 500 videos by the end of the year. I don't think so. I don't actually know what my official video count is because I have a few like private videos that mess up the count on my end of the view. So maybe somebody can tell me how many videos I have right now. I don't know. I should just log out and look that way, but I haven't gotten around to it. The private videos aren't anything to worry about. In case you're wondering, what? He has private videos that I want to see. No, it's like my first LP is private these days. It's still on the channel. It's just private because nobody should watch it. It's terrible. And I've on occasion somebody's asked me a question that was too difficult to answer in the comments, so I just made a video to answer it. Stuff like that. I'll do. I have no problem doing that. And so you don't have to worry. And also the Kid Chameleon uncut videos. Those are unlisted. I wouldn't count those because those I did for Lime Popsicle, so he could see the full playthrough, I guess, because he liked it, and I'm all for doing that. It's barely any effort out of me, so he wanted it, so we got it. That's how I like to roll. But my goal for next year is, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I have this whole list over to the side here of the talking points, and I'm skipping ahead. My goal for next year is to make my 1000th video. I've decided I try to make at least 10 videos per week, And if I do that, I will easily get to 1,000. But you know, I'm so unreliable. Who knows if it'll actually happen that way? Let's put this guy over here. I don't actually know what to do with him. That was fine. Let's not complain about that, okay? It was fine. It was good enough for who it's for. Yeah, so 1,000 videos, and I'm really excited about it. And it's, you know, it just goes to show I've improved a lot. Not like my commentary or playstyle or anything like that, but I mean like my health, you know, because this time last year I was really sick, and hey, I did it. I wasn't even paying attention, and you know, it's really good to actually have energy again and be able to sit up all day long instead of spending the whole week on the couch, basically. I'm gonna breeze through all of this stuff before I know it. I have to start replaying some of these. Unless I start to fail, how is that gonna happen? Yeah, so I was really sick. Those of you who are new might not realize how sick I was. I was really, you know, I remember last Halloween, I made a video, not this last Halloween, but Halloween last year. Out of nowhere, just a Minecraft video for fun because I happened to be okay. And I mean, the video I made before that was, you know, a couple weeks earlier where I said I was taking a break because I'm really sick. I gotta take care of myself, and I didn't know when I was gonna make videos again. And then there, boom, Halloween. I felt good, and I wanted to make a video, so it just happened, and it worked out great. And you know, it wasn't an important video or anything, but it still stands out to me as I guess an important video, just because I managed to do it. I had no place to put you, so there you go. Enjoy that spot. And I'm really yeah, I've come a long way. I think that's the point of what I'm trying to say from being so sick. It was a big deal when I just made a video, and now I back to the 10 video plan, even 11 videos a week if I get my Saturday video done. So it's great, and I'm very happy about that. And you know, one of the things, like, you know, I got really sick in it, and it took away a lot of my energy, but it also, you know, sort of drained my willpower. Like, I had no motivation. I couldn't really get up to do anything. Even if I felt good, I just wanted to lay on the couch because it was so hard to do anything. No, that actually worked out okay. There you go, get in there. And there have been a few things to motivate me back into getting into it. You know, some other people's videos and lack of other people's videos that have done it. But, you know, one thing I really want to point out when I made that video announcing that I'm sick and I'm taking a break, I got so many nice comments. That was such a nice video, and I went back and rewatched. I mean, not rewatched the video didn't matter. Reread the comments, and boy, there were some nice comments, and that's definitely one of the things getting me motivated to keep going and, you know, get back into the regular schedule. And for those of you, I am a Tetris master. Thank you very much. Those of you who've been watching for that long, I really appreciate you sticking with me. I know I'm very unreliable. That's what I like to say about that. And just you know, just the fact there's still some of the same people watching and commenting and happy to see my videos. It still surprises me to this day that people like my videos. Not that, you know, I think my videos are bad. It's, you know, it's the opposite. I make the videos that I would want to watch. That's you know, my mission statement, basically. That's item number 1, which is it's make videos that you want to watch yourself. And so it always surprises me when other people want to watch them too, and other people think they're really good. That's really great to hear every time. So yay. Comments, I like them, and my viewers, I like them too. The second item on the mission statement is that I care more about the viewers I have than the viewers I could have. You know, I won't make a video that my current viewers will like less just to attract new viewers. You know, that sort of thing. I'm not interested in doing that. I like the people who already watch. You go there. Sure, that was a thing I did. I'm sure it wasn't a mistake. What am I doing? Go sit in the corner. You're not important. No. That's just terrible. No, that might actually work out. Oh man, I got that street piece. No, that's okay, because I can just lay it right down and clear out all this business. And it's not, it's just about survival, really, about right here going on. Stuff and things that I'm talking about. So yes, the thanks. Gotta say that. That's really important for every update video, is to say thank you. I love you all. You're my favorite people in the world. That sort of thing. And you know, I've even made like really good friends doing this. You know, when I first started, before I first started, I had to invest a little bit of money in it. You know, I bought a microphone and later on a webcam. I've gone through I think two controllers, maybe three controllers, and it's just stuff. You know, it's a bit of an investment, and you know, I kind of worked hard early on in justifying the money I was spending. Like, oh, I'm buying a webcam for my videos, but I can also use it to Skype with family, right? So that's good, right? Uh, but really, if I hadn't done this video thing, hadn't made all these videos, I wouldn't have made all these friends that I've made, because I've made some really great friends doing this, and boy, you can't put a price on that. So yes, every penny has been worth it. Look at all those birdies! So thanks to you guys too, I guess. Yay. So, yes, stuff, update, talking about games. This is a game channel, so we're talking about games. You know, one of the things, I'm off on a tangent again, but that's fine. It's what we do. We're talking right now. One of the things going on YouTube these days is that Let's Plays are it's sort of taboo, like calling your series a Let's Play. There's all sorts of negative connotations that come with that. Oh man, that's not professional at all. That's what stupid people do. I don't know what they say, but I don't get it. You know, I make Let's Play videos because they're what I like to watch. So what's wrong with that? And it's not like it's completely irrational. Yeah, I mean, so you know, there's the Retupre guys who try to bully. I don't want to say bad things about other people, but I'm going to. They try to bully people into making better videos, or at least they used to. And I know they say that's not what they do, but that's how they come off. So, you know, maybe bully isn't the right word, but I think that captures the feel of it, even if it's not factually accurate or something. And whatever. I mean, they can make the videos they want. It's got nothing to do with me. But and then Total Biscuit and guys like him, they condemn Let's Plays. Let's put it that way. And you know, I have so much respect for Total Biscuit. He's one of the guys that inspired my videos early on. I mean, I really wanted to make quality videos because I admired him so much. And you know, I don't watch his videos anymore because he's sort of gotten, I don't know, it's less fun, I guess. It seems like he has less fun, and that's kind of lame to watch. But off topic, doesn't matter. But you know, he went on a rant one time about Let's Plays, and now everybody in the game station is like, they're all like afraid to call their series Let's Plays, and his fans will like condemn anybody that makes Let's Plays or likes Let's Plays. You know, these stupid people like Let's Plays, that sort of thing. And I mean, like Husky, right? Husky StarCraft. I'm watching his Warcraft 3 playthrough. That's what he calls it, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I love his commentary, but he doesn't call it a Let's Play. He calls it a playthrough. And in my mind, a playthrough. Oh, I pushed a button. I pushed the wrong button. Oh, let's go up to level 2. Hooray! That's height 1. Sure. No, let's stick with high 5. Whatever. I'm doing really well. It's gonna be a little bit faster, and I'm gonna need a higher score now. He calls it a playthrough, not a Let's Play, but it's definitely a Let's Play in my mind anyway. I don't know if there's an official definition for this sort of thing, but in my mind, a playthrough doesn't have commentary, and a Let's Play does. That's what I think the difference is. I think a Let's Play is any series where you play through a game with commentary, right? It's not any more complicated than that, right? But you know, so many people don't want to call their videos Let's Plays now, and so they come up with all these other, oh, that was just bad all over. Come up with all these other terms for it, and it's not all their fault. Those guys I named, there's some really terrible Let's Players out there who have huge fan bases, and nobody knows why because they're terrible, and yet they have legions of followers, and yeah, whoop, that was a mistake, and it definitely makes you not want to be like them. So that's unfortunate, but it's people worry too much or something. So I'm lost. I guess I'll try that again. It's good to know I'm not actually a Tetris master. Yeah, the point. And I made a comment. I was watching a Jesse Cox video, right? And I'm not the biggest fan of his. I think he's a really funny guy. I think he has really high quality videos. But he plays a lot of new games, and I'm just not interested in new games. I'm such a snob, so I don't watch his videos very often. But I think he's good. And I made a comment to him on one of them, and I called it a Let's Play, and it wasn't even the purpose of the comment. I wasn't commenting on, hey, great Let's Play, or maybe that's all it was. Great video. I like this Let's Play. I mean, it could have been something like that. And immediately got somebody, attacking me, saying, this is not a Let's Play. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what he does. And he admits it, but he won't, doesn't say it out loud because it just has negative connotations. He doesn't want people to jump to assumptions because he calls it a Let's Play. Oh, that means you're terrible, like so-and-so. I don't want to name names. It's just not my place. So don't mean any disrespect to anybody in particular. Just, I don't agree. I'm a fan of, well, so this is so off topic. Watching some of those early guys, let's call them alumni of something awful, like Proton John and Rao Cow, and let's not hit my controller, and Deceased Crab. I still watch those guys. I still really admire. Deceased Crab is amazing. I admire him so much. I have so much respect for his videos. I just finished watching him play La Mulana, the remake of it, apparently. And, man, it was just so good. And, he makes Let's Plays. And that's what they do. And that's where they come from. And if anybody can criticize him for making Let's Plays, they got a problem. They need to re-examine what they're doing. There you go. That's my opinion. I don't know what's happening here. What am I doing? I need to re-examine what I'm doing. Oh, disaster happening right now. Oh boy, this is good times. I think it'll work. What is happening? No, I think you need to go there. So this guy can go there. Okay, no, yeah. Look how well we're. Yeah, you can go right there. Okay, that's good. Nope, not you though, because I can need that one. Okay, stop panicking. So, oh, it's a penguin! So, yeah, proudly make Let's Plays, and I'll stick with it, and I'll keep calling them what they are. And if people don't like it, then that's, care more about the fans I have than the fans I could have. So, yay, wrapping it all up. There we go. So, the next bullet point on my list, getting back to the list, is the games I'm playing now. Because, one of the games I'm playing now is A New Beginning, which I actually started, I think, in January. That's how long I've been playing this game, but I've quit twice for technical reasons. I had to buy a whole new computer to finish this game. That's not why I bought the computer, in case you're wondering, but yeah, I couldn't finish it until I got a new computer because it had some problems, lag problems on my system. And so it's really great to find. I'm so glad I stuck with that game because I was so frustrated with the crazy amount of lag I was trying to deal with. And even after I got the new computer, there were one or two boss fights that were insane with the lag and almost made me quit. But I with my newfound determination, it wouldn't let me. So I buckled down and I got it done. And I'm really glad I did because the game's almost over and boy, it's good. Oh man, it's so good. It's turned out to be. Just one of the best games I've played in a long time. Certainly the best Mario X game I've ever seen or played myself, and that's saying something. Of course, I haven't played too many, and I haven't seen too many more than that when I'm playing badly here. Whoa, oops. Okay, that's fine. As long as you can still clear a couple lines, not a big deal. We can do this. We can do this. Everything is fine. Look how fine we are. Yeah. Stay calm. Yeah, so that game, it's almost done. And, what's the other game I'm playing? Well, I just lost. Okay, good news. I'm staying calm, though. I think the main, focus, the thing you really gotta worry about when you're playing Tetris is staying calm. I'm not panicking at all. Once you start panicking, I mean, you're in real trouble. What is that other game? It's the game that I wanted to play a really long time ago, and again, needed a better computer for it, Bastion. And I'm so glad I'm doing it finally. I mean, it's both of these games. The reason I really want to talk about my current games, because both of them have really been in the works for a long time, and I'm finally getting to it, finally buckling down. Like I said, determination. That's my catchphrase for the times, the era of my videos. Just don't quit. And boy, it's satisfying. Bastion is a great game. I love that game so much. That is, A New Beginning is one of my favorite Mario games. Let's put it that way. But Bastion is one of my favorite games, period. I mean, it is up there with, if I had that on the SNES, it would probably be my favorite game of that era, from my childhood. I mean, to me, it's better than Link to the Past. Some people are gonna hate me for saying that, but that's my opinion. That's what I think of it. It's up there with like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI and those sorts of games. The games I really love. It's just so good. I'm so glad I get to play through it now. Especially for Tofu Boy, who bought it for me. Gotta point that out. Because he wanted to see me play it, and so I am. It took me a while to get to it, but that was the main factor in motivating me to get to it, was for him to do it. And especially when my computer died, he helped me big time recovering like my files and stuff and all of that. Boy, I couldn't have done it without him. So I really definitely wanted to do that series for him. Boy, this video is gonna be long. It's already up there. So let's talk about next year. There we go. Finally to the update part of the update video. Level 4, height 5. Why not? I think I covered everything. 16, yeah. Okay. So 1,000 videos. That's my goal. And I'm not a very reliable person. I'm not gonna get 10 videos done every week. And I'm still recovering. I'm still sick. I just get sick one day out of every couple weeks instead of being healthy one day out of every couple weeks. So it's a big improvement, but it's still not perfect. And the other thing that I'm focusing on besides videos these days is getting my fitness levels back up. I might be healthy, but I still have a hard time getting off the couch and actually getting up and about, or at least I was. Now I exercise for about 3 hours a day, so and it's light exercise, not like heavy lifting or anything like that, but not there yet. That's on the to-do list, but down the road. But for right now, it's it's like jogging and walking to the grocery store instead of driving to it, and playing. One of the things I do, I want to spend more time on my feet, because I spent the better part of the last year and a half or something in bed or on the couch, just laying down all the time. And so now I'm trying to spend as much time as possible on my feet. And so one of the things I'm doing is playing video games on my feet, just for an hour a day. Playing Perfect Dark and playing Shining Force 3 and Binding of Isaac. Those are 3 games that I'll play standing up. It worked for me. What a wonderful way to get into get your fitness back. I don't want to say get into shape, because that's not quite accurate. It's not exercise. It's just getting my fitness back up a little bit. Just playing video games. I don't know. It's working for me so far. I'm gonna have to up the ante at some point once I get used to it a bit more, but still working on it. So that should give you an idea of the sort of shape I'm in these days. Stuff, yeah. So, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's kind of hilarious. I'm just playing Tetris and having a great time. I mean, is there... Oh, man, dinosaurs. I think those are pteranodons? I used to know these things. Doesn't get any better than this. So, yeah, hi everybody. It's an update video. How's it going? Let me know what you all think. I'm not done yet. I just have, you know, to figure out what I'm talking about next. I'm looking off camera. So, I mentioned level 5. I might clear this whole game. Why not? I don't think I've ever actually done that, beating the maximum difficulty on the maximum height before. As much as I love this game, I'm not that good at it. I'm not actually a Tetris master, even if it says I am. I think I know a little bit better than you. And I know I get higher scores if I actually clear 4 lines at once, but I'm more worried about actually clearing lines than clearing how many at once. Let's go ahead and do that. That was a clever move. Check me out. See, I'm no Tetris slacker. I know the strategies. I'm going to put you there, though. That was a bad strategy, but fortunately I got the straight beat. Okay, so I mentioned making videos for the viewers I have and making videos for myself and all that. But I am always open to feedback. You know, even though I'm making the videos I want to see, I will definitely make changes for people. You know, if there's a consensus, you know, if there's something I can do to improve it, then I will. And one of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is video length. You know, these 2 games I'm playing now, really the game dictates how long my video is. You know, they're usually in between 15 and 20 minutes, that sort of thing, because that's how long it takes to beat a level, or a level in a weapon challenge in Bastion. And then the last video, which was the weapon marathon, it ended up being a half hour, and I split it up because, you know, it was longer than I usually do. I aim for 15 minutes. My goal is on average to have to have 15-minute videos. But now I'm wondering if I shouldn't aim for 20 minutes instead of 15. Would people prefer 15? Because 15 was sort of the default back in the day because that's all YouTube let you do. But today it's just an arbitrary number. So should I... That was probably a mistake, but never mind. Oh, no, it worked out great. So should I go for 20 minutes on average when it's, you know, when the game is... I won't change these 2 games because it's just dictated by the game, but, you know, just aim for it. I've been sort of leaning towards the longer end of the 15 minutes lately, you know, trying not to have videos shorter than 15 minutes. And I don't know, I want feedback on this because, I don't know, generally when I'm watching Let's Plays, most of the time, really generally speaking, I like about 15 minutes. That's about my attention span to watch a game in a sitting. There are exceptions, like, you know, Husky's playing Warcraft 3, and it's normal for videos of that game to be a half hour, and I don't mind. But I'll also have something else going on the side. I'll be working on a side project, or playing a game or something to the side for something like that. So, you know, that's a really nice game for doing that sort of thing, because I don't have to pay attention to everything he does. I don't have to pay attention to the macro going on. Wow, I have lost. Okay, well, that was fantastic. So I can just look up when there's action and stuff. But generally speaking, I like 15-minute videos. But, you know, I'm willing to make them longer if that's what other people like. And, you know, I've talked this over with Tarquin, and he agrees with me about the sort of videos we want to watch. You know, he likes shorter videos just because he can't justify spending that much time watching videos these days. And I totally agree with him. I totally see where he's coming from, but I wonder what everybody else thinks of this topic. So let me know. There's at least one comment for all of you to make. So the next thing on the list. So quite a while ago, I don't know how long ago, but it was a while ago, I reached 100 subscribers, and I had this crazy idea for a video to celebrate. And it was a collab video with Saxdude26, who's a great guy. And we recorded it, and it took a while, and now I'm sort of compiling it, and it's taking a while. And it's you know, I have 140 something subscribers as of this recording. So it's a bit late for a 100 subscriber video, and he's up to 200 something. I mean, he's way past the 100 subscribers. We were both sort of at 100 subscribers at the same time. So you know, it was cool to collaborate on it, but he was smart enough to actually do his own 100 subscriber video and not wait for me to do this one, because it was a nightmare. So the reason I'm bringing this up, because next year, you know, the 19th, January 19th, which happens to be my birthday. I know I've mentioned that before. I put that in the wrong spot, and now I'm gonna need another one again. That's kind of amazing. Which I got. What do you know? That's my 2-year anniversary, and so I'm gonna have this video done for that day. It's gonna be my long lost 100 subscribers special for my 2-year anniversary. I like that idea. I just certainly can't think of anything more appropriate to finally upload for that sort of a milestone. So you can look forward to that next year. And then I also came up with a list. So you know, when I originally started this LP business, way before, you know, even when I was just considering it, I had this list of, I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna play this game, ostriches, and I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna play this game, you know, and the list has just grown and grown and grown, because I come up with more games faster than I actually finish them. And also I get lots of requests, which is great. So I have this huge list of games that I want to get to eventually, but I thought I'd pick out 10 of them. I think I ended up with 10 of them that you can definitely expect to see this upcoming year. You know, they aren't, so to give you an idea of what's coming up this year, they aren't necessarily the next 10 games I'm going to play, but they are 10 upcoming games that I'm going to play. So if I can look away from the Tetris for a minute, I could read off the first one. Rolling Thunder 3, who thought that was a good idea? Oh, I know I'm losing. So, yeah, one of the games on my original list, some of you, wow, I ruined that. I was doing okay, too. Some of you might recall was Rolling Thunder. And the reason being, I loved that game as a kid, and I knew there was at least one sequel to it. I don't remember if I knew there were 2 sequels to it back then. But I could never find them, and then I discovered just a few years ago that's because they're on the Genesis. The original was on the NES, and I was looking for them on the NES, but they were on the Genesis. So then I, you know, got copies of them and decided not to play them because I wanted to LP them blind instead. Because, you know, I'm a huge fan of blind LPs. That's just the most entertaining way to do it, in my opinion. Oh, let's put that guy right there. That was brilliant. That was exactly what I wanted. Come on. You have no place to exist, so, you know, just ruined my day. Okay, that's fine. So I did that. I played through the original Rolling Thunder. I'd never beaten it before. But I LP'd it, and I beat it, and it was a nightmare. And then I played through the second Rolling Thunder. I had never played it before, but I played through it, and I beat it, and it was a nightmare. And so I decided to take a break from that series because, man, it was hard. And now, finally, one of the original games on my list, it's coming. It's time. The third one, and I'm gonna play through it. I'm gonna beat it. I've never played it before, and it's gonna be a nightmare. But that's one of the games. It's actually, that is the next game on my list. So probably as soon as unless something else comes up, as soon as I'm done with one of the 2 games I'm playing now, that'll be happening. I'm very excited, but I'm also very scared. Okay. Rolling Thunder. That is forever going to be known as the series that drove me insane. Next game, Mega Man X2, because one of those games I played when I was recovering. Oh no, that was when my computer died, and I couldn't play the games I was playing because I didn't have the files. So I just threw in a game I knew and enjoyed, and you know, could make good videos for it. It was Mega Man X, and it was so much fun. I love that game, and so I have to do Mega Man X2, and it'll be really different than the last one because, you know, my Mega Man X playthrough is very much a walkthrough. I mean, I know that game really well, and I'm pretty good at it. But Mega Man X2, I've only beaten, I think, once. You know, I still, man, I had that. I still expect to be pretty good at it, but I'm actually gonna have to like look up I'm not gonna look up the boss weaknesses. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go, cause whatever, I can beat them anyway. But I'm gonna look up how to get the sure you can, cause I don't remember. I don't. It's been so long. Oh bad. Oh bad. Okay, that was disastrous. But yeah, Mega Man X2. I'm looking forward to it, and of course I'll do X3 at some point. But I'm not gonna promise that one this year, cause I don't know. That's not on the list. We'll see how number 2 goes first. Next up, Yoshi's Island for the Game Boy Advance, which again was one of those original games on my list. It's funny how that keeps coming up. And I was actually planning on doing it a lot sooner, but then Tofu Boy did an LP of Yoshi's Island at about the same time. He just beat me to it, so I decided to put it off, and now it's about coming due. And I'm gonna do the Game Boy Advance version because it has a couple extra levels. You know, it's pretty much the same game except even more bonus levels. So that, you know, that to me just makes it superior. You just have to 100% every single thing to get them, and so, you know, I can do that. That's the sort of thing I do, and I like that game a lot, so it should be easy. Shining Force again for the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance remake. It's called Resurrection of Dark Dragon. Which again on my original to-do list, but I've been putting it off and had no idea when I wanted to do it, no idea if I actually wanted to do like a long RPG like that, and that's another reason that video length has been on my mind, because those videos are going to be like a half-hour long a piece, and that's kind of a long video to do every day. I tried doing an RPG once a week series, I forget what it was called, and it just didn't work out. And the reason I even started that series in the first place is because I wanted to do Shining Force. And I played Phantasy Star 4. I want to do Phantasy Star 4 too, because that game is spectacular. That is one of the best RPGs ever made. So yeah, now Shadowhawk is playing through the original Shining Force, the Genesis version, and boy, it's given me the itch to play it myself. So very soon, hopefully, I will pick that up myself. And again, that'll be a bit of a walkthrough, because boy, I know that game well too. Shining Force was really that first RPG that I really took seriously. Oops! Wow, you were wrong all over the place, Mr. Block Piece. Why did you ruin my life? Yeah, so it's gonna be fun playing that and showing off all the stuff you can do in that game. And so yeah, I'm excited to get to that. And I'm doing the Game Boy Advance version because I think it's balanced better. I like some of the tweaks. Oh, dragons! Wow, I like some of the tweaks they had in that version. And there are a couple extra characters, a couple extra spells, a couple extra items. You know, it's just graphics are generally improved. So, you know, it's just generally speaking an improved game. So why not use it? I mean, why not play that version? And you know, anybody who's been watching me for a while should know that I love remakes of classics like that. I love it. What was that game I played that was a remake of something that I loved because it was a remake of something? I don't even remember. It's been so long. I don't pay attention to the videos I make. Next. Okay, so this game. How many of you remember when I played Gauntlet? So the story of Gauntlet was that my friend, Smitty CW, he, who's like my childhood friend, I've known him forever, he requested that I play Gauntlet because it's a game we used to play together, and we had beaten once together using save states, not like save state abuse, but just save states for passwords. And so I decided, he requested it, and I decided if I was going to do it, I had to do it legitimately and just use passwords. And boy, what a good idea that was. And it turned out, you know, that turned out to be probably my favorite series that I've done. It was just such a success. It was just a remarkable achievement, I think. Oh, that was, yes, excellent. Things happening. It was just such an achievement still, that game. Wow. And so, of course, as soon as I finished it, he requested, not sure how to pronounce it, Chikan, which is a action game on the Genesis that's notoriously impossible to beat. That again we used to play as kids. because neither of us could beat it. So we took turns, and I'm just giving up now. I'm not gonna be able to beat this level, I don't think. So we took turns and never beat it, and what a nightmare. Maybe I'll just decrease the height by 1. Let's give it a try. So of course he requested it, and of course, you know, he knows me well enough to know that I'm gonna do it. It's not an unreasonable request. It's certainly the sort of game that gets me. It's the challenge I want, you know, that sort of thing. What am I thinking? I don't know, but I will do it. So that game's gonna be coming up this year, and you should look forward to that because it's gonna be a train wreck, and there will be save states as passwords in that game because, you know, that's my norm, and it doesn't have a password system, so there's no way to do it otherwise. Making videos, you know, you just can't continue from where you left off the next day. So that game, so that was a quest. Next quest that I'm definitely gonna do this year is Treasure Adventure Game, which I guess is an indie adventure game where you get treasures. I don't know, but Tarkin requested it, and he said I would probably like it. It looked like the sort of game I would like. So okay, I'll take your word. I'll give it a try. You know, can't argue with that logic, can I? And he knows me really well, and he's been watching my videos forever. So you know, I'll definitely do a request for that guy. I mean, you know, it's not like I spend time with him and play video games with him casually or anything like that. He's just a guy on the internet. So yeah, that game. And I am definitely starting to gravitate more towards indie games these days over classic games, because I really like them. and I like experiencing, you know, sort of high quality new games. You were not supposed to go there. Wow, disaster. You know, it excites me that a game like Bastion is just so good. So there's an indie game for me to play. Ocarina of Time. This so what's his name? Daru? I want to say. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. He mentioned it, said it was like his favorite game or something. His opinion, the best game ever made, something like that. And I said, yeah, I've never played it, and he wanted me to play it. So I will. I mean, how can I argue with that logic? I like to do at least one request for everybody. Of course, I haven't gotten to them yet, and if you've made a request, yeah, I remember it. It's on my list. I just haven't, even if I don't mention it here, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it this year even, or not planning on doing it. It's not like I set them aside and only do the ones I want. I mean, I do the ones I want first. You know, I do them first, but it's just sort of arbitrary decision. You know, it's just my whimsy that decides which ones I play. But you know, I'd want to get to at least one request out of everybody who's made a request out of me. And so this was the request he made, and you know, he thinks it's great, and I've heard great things about that game. I've just never played it, just never really got a chance, and so this will be a good excuse to actually finally get around to playing another Zelda game. And you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Zelda games. Yeah, I'm gonna say that up front. But I mean, I can't imagine that being a bad game to LP. I mean, really, it should be, and Blind as well. That should be fun. I mean, people. Oops, that was the wrong place for you. People, I hope people enjoy that because I'm planning on enjoying that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. What's next? So mentioning, I look away and I lose. That's just how it works. Sax dude, we are going to do a race of Mega Man 5, I think, which neither of us has ever played before. I may have played it once before, to be honest, but I don't remember it at all. So that's fun. You know, we were just talking about doing a race. I like the race series that I've done, and he and I were talking about doing them. He really wanted to do one, and so you know, the real challenge is to find a game where we're sort of equally balanced on that one. And I guess since neither of us have played it before, but we played other Mega Man games, we decided to do that one. I don't know. We'll see how it works. It should be great. No idea when we'll get around to filming it because, you know, he's in Australia, so that's a big time difference for me to deal with. It's probably past the end of the world for him. That's how'd that work out for you? Bringing it all back and bringing it all, it's all full circle. You know, staying on topic here. Yeah, how did the people the Mayan conspiracy people think that worked? Did they think it was our time zone, you know, the U.S. Eastern Standard Time Zone that the Mayans cared about? Was it a universal time that happened for everybody at the same time? I don't know. I'm trying to be rational about something that's irrational. So never mind. Changing the subject. Yay! You know, I hope nobody's too disappointed that the world doesn't end today. Assuming, I mean, perhaps, won't I look stupid if it does end today? Oh boy, that'll be egg on my face right there, just right along with all the molten lava and whatever else is happening. Hey, I beat that. That's kind of exciting. Oh, shuttle! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And one more game? Yeah, the next, I think this is 9 games, not 10. The next game, level 9. This video is so long. I'm so sorry. If anybody's still watching this rambling fool going on and on about the end of the world and the state of Let's Plays and all that stuff, I don't know. You're my favorite people right now. I tell you what. The last game on my list, it says a Metroid game. So this takes some explaining. I speak good, really. A Metroid game. So one of the games on my original list, it was Metroid Zero Mission, because at the time where I started to really want to make LPs, I was playing Metroid Zero Mission. I was like speedrunning it. That was what I did for fun, and so I thought, oh man, I can LP this, and I even practiced the commentary. That was some of my early commentary practicing was, and there isn't any footage of it before you ask, because it was just, I didn't have a mic at the time. I was just doing it for myself. I was just practicing to see if I could. That was really my first test to see if LPing was really something for me to do, and I guess it worked out because here I am. So Metroid Zero Mission, but you know, that was 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even know, and I'm so out of practice with that game. I even somewhat recently tried to pick it up again and see if I could speedrun it, and I couldn't remember the sequences. I couldn't remember the secrets. I couldn't remember. Should I just call it? Yeah, that's a victory right there. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So if it says a Metroid game, but if that's the one I want to do, it's going to take a lot of practicing, and you know, it's still on my list, and I still want to do it at some point, but I'm not sure. It's hard to get motivated to practice when there's so many other games I can play blind, which, you know, is just generally better in my opinion, so what's the point? But, you know, it's still, you know, it's a game I really like, and I want to show off my speedrunning skills at some point. Because, you know, you know, I don't take too many of these games seriously. You know, I try to do my best, but generally I mess up. I make mistakes, and I'm totally okay with that. And, you know, people say I'm really good. Some people at least say I'm really good at video games, and that's cool. I like being good at video games, but, you know, it's just about having fun it's just about having fun for me. But that LP would be very serious. I would really be trying to pull something off with that one. That would just be about showing off that I'm good at video games, and so it would be a departure from my normal thing. But like I said, this is a Metroid game, so that's one of the options. Another option is that Tova Boy requested the original Metroid and Super Metroid, so you know, I'll have to do those at some point. And also Shadowhawk, who I like very much, he said it would be really cool to see me do a race of, he said either one of the early Kirby games or one of the early Metroid games. So, there's another way to play a Metroid game. And also there's Metroid Fusion, which I'll just throw in there offhandedly. And the last thing is, Tarquin is doing the NES timeline on his channel, where he plays every NES game in order of their release. And he doesn't want to do Metroid, and I told him I'd do it for him. So at least I'm going to be playing the original Metroid on his channel, and I don't know if there's going to be like guest commentary from him while I'm doing that, or if it's just going to be me, or if it's going to be a walkthrough, or if I'm just going to fumble around. I don't know anything about that, but that's something that's going to happen, because I told him I was going to do it, and I'm totally okay with it. Hey, musicians. Hey, speaking of, hello, Samus. So, this year, I'm going to do one of those. And probably one of those in addition to doing the timeline playthrough. Maybe. Unless I just want to upload it on my channel and his channel. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions here, but one of those things. And if anybody wants to race the original Metroid with me, Tofu Boy doesn't want to do it, Tarquin doesn't want to do it, Saxtu doesn't want to do it. So, if you're good at Metroid, I don't know. Yeah. So, I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. I just wanted to look at Samus a little bit. So, games. That's what you can expect this upcoming year. Oh, 1 hour long video. That's my goal happening right here. I'm very excited about this. YouTube, why do you let me get away with this? Oh, you're just all my favorite people. I tell you what, I can't say it enough. Boy, and one more guy I gotta mention. Speaking of, so Bastion, we're going back to the topic here. When I started recording Bastion, I was doing it in batches because it was such a pain. It took so long to edit and upload those videos that I didn't want to have to do that after recording. I wanted to take care of all of the recording at once, and then, ooh, that was pretty handy. And then I could worry about that was a mistake, but that's okay. And then I could worry about the editing and uploading and rendering and all that stuff, because those files are massive. By my standards, they're massive. They're like 3 gigabytes apiece. What's up with that? And I even reduced the quality just a little bit to keep anyway, off topic. But now, today, I was doing that for the first dozen or so episodes, but now that I'm comfortable with the series, I'm doing it because that was the other thing. I was just so intimidated by that game. I was really scared. And so, when I had one successful recording, I wanted to do another one because who knew if I was going to be able to do it tomorrow. Turns out, yeah, I got used to it. Hey, that was unexpected. But now, yeah, I'm recording. Hey, Donkey Kong! So that's Link, Samus, Donkey Kong, and Pit from Kid Icarus, in case you're wondering. I am a nerd. I'm assuming that's Link. I don't know who else that would be. I kind of love that. All of it happening. I'm gonna keep trying to get more of these guys. I've never seen them all. So what was I talking about? Oh, so now I can respond. And in particular, Classier, who's like my favorite commenter in the world because he's so smart. And if Classier tells me something, then I know it's true. And he points out stuff that I just have no idea about. And it's just so great to listen to him. So now I get to actually respond to his comments in the following video. So Classier, if you're out there watching, still, an hour into this video, if you're still watching, I love your comments, man, and keep it up. And now I can Now I can respond in the following video, not just in comments. So I'm happy about that. Okay, just die. So the other thing is, I started doing this Awesome Nut series, and it's just mostly going to be a real casual. I've already recorded the second video, going up tomorrow. It's just real casual, hanging out with my friends. It's a game I like to play with my friends, and just whatever of my friends they wanna, if they wanna record an episode with me, then we'll record episodes, and I'll upload it, because why not? And that's it. And I'll do some videos just by myself, I'm sure, and some videos where I like experiment or explain stuff that's happening, or just whatever I need to do at the time. Yeah, I'm not worried. There's always going to be stuff to do in that game because you're always playing against different people. And I love it, so that makes it easy. But once I've played with all of my friends, I was thinking, one of the things that I think is really great about this sort of medium compared to like TV is that you get a lot of, wow, that was a perfect spot for you, I tell you what. Viewer interaction. You get a lot of viewer interaction. So, and one of the things about doing a once a week series with other people is that you can interact with other people. So once I've played with all of my friends and done whatever other videos, I'm totally open to other people. They want to play with me. I know Ledanin has a copy of the game, and he makes great videos. So, if you're free at some point, that could happen. But it's up to you. So if anybody wants to play Awesome Nods with me, if you have Skype, it's just, we can work it out. I want, viewer interaction. I like the idea of having a series where I interact with viewers, more than, I've tried a whole bunch of series like that, just stuff to encourage viewer interaction. And, I have more ideas what to do with viewer interaction. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I used to, there was one thing I tried to do, I forget what it was, where I wanted everybody to vote. It might have been Phantasy Star 4 on what character I should use. And that's sort of quantity interaction, and what I really want is quality interaction. I want something to do with people who comment a lot rather than getting everybody to comment, that sort of thing. And I don't know what to do with that. And that way, it just rewards the people who want to interact, and it doesn't bother the people who don't. So, I mean, I think that's a win-win idea. Wow, I could not get him over fast enough. Okay. This difficulty is a bit too high. The height is too much, but I'm not giving up. We're going to do this. I want to see the next character. It's going to be Mario. No, Mario's probably going to be the last one. He's probably the big reward at the end. Oh, wow. That was spectacular happening. So awesome. Darn it. So Awesome Nods. That's a game I'm playing. And the last topic. I promise this is the last thing. It's the last thing on my list, and I'll try to keep from bringing up some other random factoid or whatever. Just do. I hope you're not here to watch me play Tetris, because that pretty much is over. I shouldn't even put that down there. It's just useless down there. So one of the popular things for LPers to do, sort of modern day LPers, is to revisit their old series. Because as you get used to it, and as you get better sort of equipment, better mic, better sound quality, better editing software, and you get better commentary style, you're more comfortable with it. It makes you want to go back and do justice to those games that you LP'd in the first place. So I understand the idea behind revisiting your old series, but I've never really been interested in it because I figured my series should just, my LPs, they should just be able to stand on their own, and if they're good, they're good. If they're bad, they're bad. If your opinion is different than mine, that's fine. And it doesn't matter. I can just move on. We can all just move on. But I'm wondering what other people think of that, and specifically, if you could see me, if there was one of my series for me to revisit, which one would you want to see? I've played through, I don't know, a couple dozen different games in these last 2 years. And some of them took a long time, and some of them didn't. And some of them, especially the early ones, were really bad. And, like Rygar is still my least favorite of all my LPs. I love that game, but I think I did a terrible job on it. And so, there's lots of candidates. But I'm curious if I did revisit one game, which one would you want it to be? You know, this is for all of you guys. Just don't say Gauntlet. 'Cause that one's perfect. No, I mean, you can say Gauntlet, whatever. I know Tarquin and I have talked about Gauntlet on it because for the timeline, maybe we'll do a 2-player playthrough for it. I don't know what he wants to do for that, but anyway, so lots of things for you to say. I've said lots of things. This recording is over an hour long. You know, good times. And it's the end of the world. Enough said. Everybody, this is my Merchador. Talking mostly, but also playing Tetris because it's the best game ever made. You know, 2 years. I'm gonna do another year. So just thanks for sticking with me and sticking to the end of this video. And thanks for requests and suggestions and comments and likes and favorites and subscribing. And you know, I never point out that stuff, but I really appreciate every single one. It really matters to me a lot. Yay. So thanks for watching.